G'day there guys, please subscribe so I can fund my therapy for my addiction to Cat in the Hat by Michael Myers here. It's your host Markee and welcome back to another crash course in Am I the A-hole? Now if you love today's content, I want you to sit back, relax, enjoy the show and tell me all about it. Thank you. Posted by user KittyLover0821. Titled, Am I the A-hole for refusing to get rid of my kitten? So my fiancé and I have been living together for 6 months now. We get married in January. I was driving home alone and get a call from my mum who said she found a kitten that was close to death. I came over and helped my mum nurse it back to health, but the issue was she couldn't take care of it due to her busy work schedule. So I decided to take the kitten, Sadie, home. I've always loved cats. They are my favorite animal and I haven't had one in years. So when I met Sadie, I instantly fell in love. My fiancé likes cats, but not as much as me. The issue is that he is allergic. He sneezes whenever he's in the same room as her and gets a really itchy throat whenever around her. He understood how much I love Sadie and decided that we could keep her until she reached full health. It's been 2 months now and Sadie is finally back to full health. She's the most playful and caring cat that I've ever met. Meanwhile, my fiancé still has been having issues with allergies. He's been trying different allergy meds for weeks and finally found something that allows him to be in the same room as her, but still makes his nose run and sneezes a little bit. He told me last week that it was time to get rid of her because she's back to full health, and he's still uncomfortable to be around her. The issue is, I really don't want to get rid of Sadie. I love her so much and can't see a future without her. I told him this and he got really mad. He told me that he has been miserable for weeks because of Sadie and can't live on like this. I told him that if he loved me as much as he said he did, then he would let me keep her because of how much I care for her. He said that was unfair and told me that he refused to live like this anymore. I don't see the issue. His nose runs and he sneezes occasionally. If she brings me joy, shouldn't he let me keep her? My mum says I'm being unreasonable, causing me to write this. So am I being the a-hole for this? I'm gonna say that yeah, you're being the a-hole in this situation. Obviously you both came to an agreement that you would let the cat go once it came to full health, and you're not honoring that end of the agreement. Your boyfriend never had to make a promise to keep the cat with you guys in the first place, and obviously that would have caused a lot of tension between you guys. He's done you a solid by putting up with the side effects of those allergies and looking for so many different medications that alleviate at least some of that burden. I think you're doing a huge disservice to your boyfriend and this relationship by being so steadfast on this when you promised that you would rehome the cat. And now that you're turning your back on that promise, it shows that you can't be trusted in this relationship, and that you don't really care about your boyfriend's health as much as you say you do. If I was the boyfriend, I would seriously have doubts about the relationship going forward from here. You're the a-hole. And OP says, update, so I'm the a-hole then. I told my fiancé this morning that I would put her in a new family, and I would be staying at my mother's with her until I can give her to someone so that he didn't have to suffer. 31337 Gruel says, you're the a-hole. He's allergic and he shouldn't have to suffer in his home. He's not exactly suffering. He just is mildly uncomfortable. Wouldn't you sacrifice a little bit of comfort for someone you love? Not like that. I'm allergic to cats too. The constant clogged sinuses and scratchy throat feel like a never-ending cold. That's on top of breaking out in a rash if I touch the cat or anywhere the cat has touched. Allergies suck. They are tolerable sometimes in the short term, but do you want him to feel sick at home for 13 years, which is the cat's lifespan? If you do, you're incredibly cruel to someone you love. Cats are not in your future. If that's a big deal to you, rethink your marriage. He shouldn't be suffering daily to please you, and you shouldn't want that for someone you love. This. If a cat-free life is incompatible for you, then perhaps you need to find a life elsewhere. It's selfish of you to choose a cat over your fiancé. He isn't mildly uncomfortable. He is experiencing constant physical symptoms of allergies. Please note that constant congestion puts him at risk for many other medical issues, including infections of the ears, sinuses, and tonsils. You are asking him to endure constant discomfort for a cat you knew you couldn't keep. You can't imagine a future without Sadie? Can you imagine one without your fiancé? This is beyond you're the a-hole. You are whatever is worse. And you can also get clogged up, which can lead to snoring, or have sleep sneezing, which means your sleep is interrupted. Constant interruption of sleep is bad physically and mentally. Absolutely. My postnasal drip got so bad during pregnancy for me because I had to stop using some of my arsenal of allergy medications. I was waking up choking and gagging, and only ever threw up because of the congestion, never morning sickness. Expecting someone she loves to suffer is disturbing. I feel like your edits just made you look worse. You made your significant other suffer with allergies, and now you won't even be with him. You are still choosing the cat over him by staying at your mum's until the cat gets rehomed. What if it takes a while? I feel like you're the type of person who says they are looking for a family to take the cat, when in reality, you are just sitting at your mum's home playing with the cat and have no intention of finding a family. You made your significant other suffer from allergies, and now you are basically ditching him for God knows how long until you find a place to rehome the cat. I hope he takes this time to reflect on y'all's relationship and think about what he really wants. You did this once, OP, so it's likely you'll do it again, especially with the bullcrap line of, "If you love me, you'll do insert action here." You are selfish, OP, and I hope your man comes to realize this. Yeah, the edit is making it so much worse. It would have been a different story if OP had the cat before the boyfriend, but OP met the kitten 2 months ago. OP's boyfriend spent 2 months on meds, feeling mildly sick 24/7, and OP still chose to go with the kitten. What the hell? I'd dump her ass immediately. Update. So I moved to my mum's with my cat. She's cool with it, but wants me to move out by the end of September. My fiancé decided to leave me. He thought about how I was being emotionally manipulative and hurtful to his health. He moved out of our old house and blocked my number and all social media. He refuses to talk to me, and I am extremely upset by it. I realized after writing the original post that I was being a mega a-hole. I tried to think of ways to make it better, but it was too late. He decided that we wouldn't work. I tried contacting him in any way I could, but to no avail. I finally gave up trying to win him back yesterday. I realized that there is nothing I can do to make it better. The only issue left is for me to give him his wedding ring back. I already have all of my stuff from our house, but the ring is the only thing left. I still have Sadie, and I intend on keeping her for the rest of her life. Thanks Reddit for calling me out for being an a-hole. You all made me realize I'm selfish. I'm going to go work on that with a therapist, and again, thank you Reddit. Within 2 weeks of a post about a cat, he decided the marriage was officially over and moved everything out of the house, as did you. If this were real, you'd be a lot more emotionally distraught over your marriage collapsing. This reads more like a writing exercise, but if it is real, it's good that you're getting help. I thought about it a lot, and I came to terms with it. I started having regrets before we got the cat, but didn't do anything. I read your original post and this update, and I have no desire to hear any more of the story, but it's obvious you left out some major details. In any case, your fiancé dodged a bullet. More like a machine gun full of them actually. Get yourself some help. Posted by user Fighting for Her 92, titled, "Am I the a-hole? I flew 1,000 miles to visit a girl, arrived here, and saw another guy has also come to see her, but I don't want her to spend any time with him. This is frustrating AF, so please bear with me. I've made an alt account since she knows my personal one. So, WTF. I've been friends with this girl for a year. We started flirting and chatting a lot more a few months ago, so I decided to fly over to her to visit her and see if we're compatible IRL. We are 1,000 miles apart, which is a few hours in a plane. I thought that we both genuinely really liked each other, which is why I came. I wouldn't fly this distance for just anyone, and she told me she wanted me to come. I arrived 3 days ago, and at the actual airport, she tells me another guy has also come to see her, even though she didn't want him to. He's also from another country, and flew roughly the same distance to get here. I was confused, because I don't understand why he flew here if she told him she didn't want him to. Like, no guy is that stupid as to get on a plane for some random girl. She said it's because he just wanted to travel and picked her country. So I've been staying at her house, and this other guy got a hotel. So the first day we drove him to his hotel, and it was just so awkward. You could tell neither of us wanted to be there anymore, and you can definitely tell we had no idea the other existed. That night we went out for drinks and he came along, despite me telling me she didn't want him there. I'm only here for a week, and for the past 2 days, the three of us have spent the days together, and it's so fudging awkward. I really like this girl, and I want alone time with her. So today I told her that I don't want to see him again, that this trip was meant to be for just us, and I'm feeling very awkward having another guy around who obviously wants to get in her pants. It's frustrating. She told me that we're not exclusive, they're just friends like us, and she doesn't want to leave him alone all day. She specifically said her and I are just friends, so I can't get angry. She left me alone in her own house, and went to his hotel for a few hours, and came back literally half an hour ago. I don't know what they did. They could have had sex for all I know. Saying now we could go out for dinner and drinks, just us. She had no problem telling me she stayed at his hotel and hung out with him there, playing on her Switch. So clearly she 100% believes we're not exclusive, and told me to chill the F out, or she couldn't be with me because I'm too overbearing already. I'm not trying to be, but this is a crappy situation, and in my eyes, we were being flirty AF. And I didn't know there was another guy coming. Like, why couldn't she just pick another weekend for him to come? Am I seriously the a-hole in this situation? For being a bit too full-on and overbearing? I don't think I am, but because of what she told me, I just want an outsider's opinion, and this sub has helped me before. I think this woman is living in La La Land, and you need to get the hell out of there, man. Like a today, Junior, get out of there. I think these are huge red flags being put up by this woman, and she's obviously not respecting yours or this guy's boundaries or feelings or lives, time, money, anything. No respect for you guys whatsoever. I would cringe to my core, feeling like I'm imploding into a black hole, being put with that guy, having to go out to dinner with him all the time. My god, has she no self-awareness, or does she get off on doing this to people? And like, if she's willing to do this and she's so comfortable with it, like, I don't know, maybe this isn't the first time she's pulled this, and you may not be even the first, like, couple of guys she's done it to this month, this year, who knows? Not the a-hole, look out for yourself and get out of that situation ASAP. Whoa, this is a huge fudging train wreck. My dude, you were being so played and manipulated, you were basically adhered to this girl's finger. This can't be real. No human person, no matter how much they like another human person, would actively stay in a situation that screams The Bachelorette IRL, right? Obligatory, not the a-hole, clearly. To be honest, that is exactly what it seems like, lol. Feels like I'm fighting for her. I can feel us both trying to have her attention. It's ridiculous. Dude, get out. Save your heart and energy. Ditch this chick and try to have some fun. She clearly doesn't comprehend what is happening here or why it's not okay. Not the a-hole. You went in with too many expectations. Being alone with her so that you could get to know her was reasonable, but she is right. You aren't exclusive. Also, you said, like, no guy is that stupid as to get on a plane for some random girl. Says the guy who did just that. OP was invited. She claims the other guy wasn't. That definitely makes the situation different for the both of them. And OP says, yes, she told me to come. I only suggested it as a joke, but she gave me the go-ahead and said it sounded like a great idea. She even found me the cheapest flights. She claims the other guy just told her that he was coming the day before, and she didn't tell me because she didn't want me to cancel. You and this other guy should hang out without her and compare the story she told both of you. This guy isn't your rival, he's your fellow victim. Just grab a beer with him. Hopefully you will both dump her. I would watch this movie. Sounds hilarious. It could be like Step Brothers and they become best friends and then plan revenge on the girl. Info. Define pretty flirty, and also did you make it clear that your reason for coming was to see if you two could work as a couple and that you weren't just visiting as a friend? Because everything I'm seeing from the words she's outright saying are, we are just friends, while you're saying, I thought we were being flirty. If she's been telling you this whole time she just sees you as a friend she wants to hang out with, and you've been outwardly agreeing with her, even though in your head you've decided this is leading up to a relationship, then yeah, you were being a jerk for acting like you are in a relationship. If she agreed that this is meant to test the waters for a relationship, only to spring another guy on you, then yeah, she has the problem here. From what you've actually told us, it's pretty hard to tell if she's playing a mean game, or if two guys she legit thought were her friends are now suddenly overstepping her boundaries in an attempt to get into a relationship, and she's panicking and handling it poorly because she doesn't want to date either of you, but feels guilty that you spend time and money coming to see her, and is so badly trying to avoid disappointing either of you as well. Okay, our conversations were pretty flirty. She complimented me a lot and said that I'm her type all the time. We'd snap every day and cam most days. Sometimes the conversations would be pretty sexual. She said if I lived closer, we'd probably be together. Last night we went out for dinner and drinks without the third wheel guy, and I was really prodding her and asking a ton of questions about who this guy is. She's adamant that he just sprung this on her and she had no idea till the day prior. I believe her, but I'm still somewhat apprehensive. It's weird that he chose the exact same week I did, but she did say she told him she was excited for her first week off work, and so that's maybe why he wanted to surprise her. She said I'm the one she wants to be with. She just got a little put off me because I was too overbearing yesterday, and she was stressed out because she didn't know what to do with him and felt guilty leaving him alone every day. She also assumed the three of us would get along, but she can tell it's super awkward, so she doesn't know what to do with him. She also said again that we are not in a relationship, but this trip was meant to be like testing the waters for us, to see if we are good together. I asked what happened in the hotel room, and she said they honestly just played the switch, but I don't know. I'm a little stressed too. I don't know where this is going, but I do really like her. As we were eating dinner, she said she was annoyed because she wanted the trip to be just us, and even said something like, we'd probably be having sex if he wasn't here, which was a little weird. That's the only update I have so far. Just wanted to answer the question. And for all of you calling me naive, I knew she liked me. I wouldn't fly over here for nothing. And also, my age is 27. Updates. I got home a few days ago and wanted to give everyone an update. The rest of the week was pretty much just the three of us again, except for one other night where we were alone. So essentially, in a week, we only had 2 nights out together. I slept in her house, so we spent nights alone anyway, but I mean going out alone without the third wheel. I decided to do what a lot of you were suggesting, and I confronted the other guy about what the hell was going on. I guess something didn't feel right, and my gut was telling me I should probably talk to him because I felt like she was lying. So I went out on a walk to the shops and ended up at the guy's hotel and room. I straight up asked him what was going on. It was incredibly awkward, but we ended up having a good conversation about her, and he basically was told the same as I was. Except she lied and said I purposely told her I couldn't afford a room and she had to offer me her place. This isn't true. She offered me her place from the get-go, and I never insinuated I wouldn't get a hotel room. She told him she liked him, was incredibly flirtatious with him too, and they actually took it much further than we did. They had a lot of phone sex. He had her nudes, but he didn't show me out of respect for her, and they cammed a lot. A lot more than she did with me. I felt heartbroken, and I still do, but I'm feeling better. On this trip alone, they actually had sex when she was at his room. He confirmed it with a text she sent him when she left to go without me. He does really like her, and I'm not sure if she likes him back, but she did sleep with him, so maybe. She never did strike me as that type of person, yet here we are. I told him he could have her. So yeah, in essence, she lied a lot. She told me she really liked him. She told him that she doesn't like me at all. Was incredibly flirty with the both of us and leading us both on. She told him she didn't want me at her house, yet totally invited me to stay there. She told me she didn't like him. He's just a friend visiting, but then turns out she has had a sexual relationship with him for months. And they even slept together while I was also there. It's crap. Crap update, and it's 100% what you lot expected and were telling me was gonna happen. Turns out I am really fudging stupid, however, I'm working on it, and you can bet I won't make the same mistake again. Thank you to everyone who commented and helped me decide what to do. Dude, no. At worst, you were naive, but not even in a way that really matters. You got played by a girl. You aren't the first or the last guy who this has happened to. What really matters is that when the truth was revealed, you did what was right by you. Seconding this, not stupid at all. Dude, you're not stupid, really. You wanted to assume the best about people, and that's a reflection of who you are as a person. That this is something you'd never imagine doing to someone else. It bit you in the ass this time, but in the long run, this trait will serve you well. I'm sorry for how things happened, but honestly, I'm proud of you for sticking up for yourself and having the talk with him. I hope that he can see the light and get out when he can. It's hard as hell to maintain, but I've been doing it for probably 8 years since I first started learning that people are bad. Like, not just the antagonistic figures you meet, but the friends who aren't friends. Just yesterday, I found out someone who I gave all the chances to be a new BFF is really utter garbage. I just keep on going now. And yeah, they took some advantage of my goodwill, but nothing I wasn't willing to lose. There wouldn't be loads and loads of stories about people getting led on if it was something that only stupid people fall for. It happens to the best of us. You're not stupid, and this is a chance for personal growth. Wouldn't hold it against the other guy, and it doesn't sound like you are, but it just goes without saying that being the bigger person is the best path here. Just cut ties and move forward. I doubt the guy will stick with her, unless he is stupid, in which case that's his issue. And maybe this girl will learn that sometimes trying to have your cake and eat it too, and then take advantage of other people's cake by claiming the other cake was just a friend. You know what I mean. Best of luck moving forward. And OP replies, "Thanks, I know what you mean. He's actually alright. Added his number in WhatsApp to keep in touch, but I cut all ties with her. I didn't mention in the post, but I spoke to him the day before leaving. He let me stay in the room with him on the floor for one night after going back to hers to get my stuff. She kept asking what the hell is going on, why are we together? But really all I did was grab my suitcase and stuff and leave. I didn't speak a word to her. I slept in the hotel and then I left early that morning without saying goodbye to her. So I'm never speaking to her again. She has tried adding me on a few things though. Not sure if he is with her or not, but he seemed adamant that he was over with her too." Alright, that's where I think I'm going to end today's episode, guys. As always, I really do hope you learned something or just really enjoyed the posts that were put up today. Quick shout out to all my new and existing Patreon and channel members. You should be able to see your name on screen right now, and if you don't, then I don't think you're part of the club, and you really should join the club because it's a great club. And I want to thank every single one of you guys for supporting me in this journey. It really means so much to me, and I love you all so much for it. Thank you for helping me out. As you can tell, I'm now happy and healthy back in Australia. Thank God it's not cold like Ireland. I don't like wearing jumpers everywhere. I prefer the heat. Thank you very much. I know that's an unpopular opinion. Anyway, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, night, sleep, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you later. Bye.